Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama
Rama Rama Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Srila Prabhupada ki. Now is the time for the Bhagavad Gita class. Okay, set up karo. Thank you. Did you turn it off? Good. बोल प्रभु. Yeah. Please everybody face over this side here, please. Face over this side for the Bhagavad Gita class.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So we'll sing a little bhajan and then we will talk a little bit about Sri Krishna and his teachings. So just follow me, simple bhajan. Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Janavallabha Girivaradari Jai Radha Madhava Janavallabha Girivaradari Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Janavallabha Girivaradari Janavallabha Girivaradari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Janavallabha Girivaradari Bihari Vijanavallabha Girivaradari Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana Yashodanandana Janaranjana Yamuna Tiravanachari Yamuna Tiravanachari Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Janavallabha Girivaradari Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Janavallabha Girivaradari Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna. So welcome all to the Sunday evening Krishna Katha. You're all wonderful souls to be here. Krishna Bhagavan says in Bhagavad Gita, there are 4 types of devotees who come to me. Artho, Jigyasu, Artharthi, Jnani cha, Bharata Rishabha. There are 4 great souls who come to me to take my darshan for my devotional service. Artho means someone who is in need of some material benefits. We all need some matter, something, some blessings. And there is someone who is Jigyashu. Artho is actually someone in distress. Very wrong. Someone in distress. Jigyasu is one who is inquisitive. So some of us may be inquisitive to see what's going on here. You can see lots of people going there. What is this Bhaktivedanta Manor temple about? What is Lord Krishna? Who is Lord Krishna? Who is Lord Ram? Why is everyone going there? So there are inquisitive people. They are all great souls. The third one again is the one I said before, is Artharthi, who is after some material benefit. The fourth one is Jnani, someone who is in knowledge. And what is the knowledge? That Sri Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. This knowledge. And how does it help? Then I know who do I worship, who can fulfill all my desires, all my hearts, and who knows the best for me. There are also other demigods who can fulfill our desires. We worship them. There's a trade. If I do this for you, you give this back to me. It's like a business. So that is different to someone who knows our heart. And how does Krishna knows our heart? Because he is sitting within our heart himself. Here, right here. Everyone's heart Krishna is sitting. He says in Bhagavad Gita. So, now all of you seem to be the one who are Jnani in knowledge. So what is even better is to understand the teachings of Lord Krishna and his devotees. So we get to understand more about him, and also to understand how we can approach more or have our heart closer to Krishna. So one of the Goswamis, we have 6 Goswamis. You can see the photos on the altar. There's Rupa Goswami, who was a very eminent teacher, one of the disciples of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And he gave us a small book, now converted into book, teachings. It's called Upadesha Amrita. Upadesh means instructions. Amrita means nectar. Amrita also means you become immortal. Is there anyone here who wants to die? Is there anyone here who never wants to die? There are some. Some of us are confused. to die or not to die, which is also valid. Yes, difficult. So it's both. So when we hear this nectar that Srila Rupa Goswami has given us, we meditate upon his words, we try to understand what it means and how can we adopt these instructions in our life. It helps us to become immortal in a different way. So this is the first verse. Someone probably is going to scroll that down. All you can see there is NOI 1, Nectar of Instruction, first verse. It doesn't matter. I don't know if you can follow me. I will try to speak and you can follow me. The verse goes like, Vacho Vegam. Did I say? Manasa Krodha Vegam. Jiva Vegam. Udaropasta Vegam. Etan Vegan Yo Dhira. Etan Vegan Yo Vishaheta. Etan Vegan Yo Vishaheta Dhira. Sarvam Apimam Prithvim Sasishyat Vacho Vegam. What does Vacho Vegam means? Anyone knows? Vacho means speak. Huh? Vani. Vacho, Vani, yes, same root word. The urge, Vegam, is to control. We all have urge to speak. Sometimes we may speak when we don't have to speak. Sometimes we don't speak when we have to speak. That is also difficulty. Vacho Vegam, Manasa Vegam. The mind is the most difficult thing of all. And he's asking us to control our mind. Vacho Vegam, Manasa Vegam. Krodha Vegam. Krodha is what? Anger. Very difficult. Is there anyone here who does not get angry? We all get angry. It's impossible to control the anger. Jiva Vegam. Jiva means want to taste. Tongue. Taste different things. We want to try, eat this, eat that. There's so many restaurants. Like most profitable business is eateries. Yeah? Food. Everyone loves food. And we love prasad. We talk about it. And udara, that's again belly, desire of the belly. We want to eat more and more. I always eat more. And upastha means things below the belly. Someone who is able to control all these urges, he can be the spiritual master of the whole world. In other words, if we find someone like him, we should be becoming his disciple. But it also applies to all of us that we should also try to follow this instruction. Rupa Goswami has given this instruction not for only those who can do it, for all of us to try to control. And he's also given instruction how can we do it. And by the mercy of Srila Prabhupada, he's written nice purports, detailed commentary on this verse that we can all read. And then we can understand how to do this, how to control. So this verse has been, being discussed every Sunday. We had last week discussion on this verse. This morning, 1 o'clock, this afternoon, 1 o'clock also we had discussion. Now we will talk about two particular urges, which is anger, Krodha Vegam, and Jiva Vegam. So anger is difficult, very difficult to control for everyone, even the great souls. There is a rishi called Durvasa. Has anyone heard of Durvasa? He can curse very easily, right? He can curse very easily. So he's always angry. Angry sage is Durvasa. You want to respect. Whenever he's around, please give him respect from far. Yeah. If we get closer, then also it's difficult because we might commit some offense. So Durvasa Muni, Hare Krishna, Maharaj, Jai Ho. So what happens in the anger? So can we share, like, if everyone, I think, agreed that we are not able to control anger, but just in simple words, when we become angry, what happens to us? Can anyone share, like, what happens when we are angry? What is a physical reaction to anger, first of all? Let's talk about physical reaction. Short breathing? Yes. We breathe shortly. And then what else? Raise our temperature. Anything else? Any doctors? Blood pressure. Blood pressure shoots up. And anything else? Heartbeat goes up as well. Yes. Short breathing, heartbeat, all these physical symptoms. Some doctors say that every time you get a fit of anger, you lose some gray cells. And you can never get them back. But there's a way to get them back also. Now research scientists have come back. They say that you can be angry and you would lose gray cells. But now they've done some more research. Now they're saying that with meditation, you can get your gray cells back, which is very nice. So that is all physical. And anything like subtle, like mentally what happens? You lose control. When we lose control, what happens? Krishna says, it's a Bhagavad Gita verse. Dhyayate vishayat pumsa, sangas teshu pajayate, sanga sanjayate kama, kamat krodho vijayate, krodhat smriti vibhrama. Smriti means memory gets lost. Then we forget. When we are angry, we forget who is next to me, whether this person is my dear, near, or weaker or stronger. We forget everything. Sometimes we get into trouble with stronger people also. Mostly. At home we have to be careful, particularly men. So we have to be controlled because we lose memory. Once your memory is lost, then everything is gone. All control is lost. And then the next question is, why do we get angry? In what situation do we get angry? Some people get angry just because the way other person looks. That's the extreme way of anger. Like, I don't like the way you look. That's simple. That must be something frustration, but it is possible. But other people would mostly get angry if there is a opposition. Now, what I think and what you think, we don't agree to each other's thoughts. A sober person will try to understand, both views. But mostly people get angry. Why do you not understand what I'm trying to tell you? Other person says the same thing. Why don't you understand? There's altercation, argument starts. What other thing happens is when we are angry, just because I started to speak loudly, I realized something. When two people are angry at each other, what happens? All of a sudden, we start to speak very loudly, isn't it? We're shouting at each other. Although someone can be as close as this, or maybe even close here, we get angry closer and closer, and we start to shout, and third person who probably not able to understand what's going on, he may ask, well, you're only next to each other, literally 1 foot away. Why are you shouting? If you speak softly also, each other can hear. So one great sage says that when we speak loudly in anger, the distance between the hearts goes farther and farther. So we are far. Now we are angry, that means the hearts are not closer. The hearts are farther. So to be able to now make my point, I have to speak loudly. Because the internal process works like that I don't know where this person is listening from. That means maybe this person is away somewhere. Maybe he's not listening because within our heart we've gone away. At the same time, when we have someone we love, we don't have to shout, isn't it? When we love, we're very soft, tender. The sound of love can be soft. Just the opposite, simple, isn't it? That's the other thing. We start to speak very loudly because there's opposition. So mostly the quarrel goes on. In today's day and time, the quarrel's happening all the time, everywhere. And Kali Yuga is famous for quarrel today's day and time because everyone is confused and sort of self-centered, but that's another topic. Right, so opposing of personality, likes, all that we spoke. Then who do we get angry? We touched upon a little bit. Enemies, like so-called enemies. Someone who's a saintly person like Yudhishthira Maharaj. Who's Yudhishthira Maharaj? One of the Pandavas. His name was Ajata Shatru. What Ajata Shatru means? Someone whose enemy was never born. Now, how is that possible? I mean, for me, it's not possible because I see there's so many enemies. When I say enemy, can be a soft, stronger enemy, or maybe not literally when we say enemy, like going in a battlefield, but there's someone who may not like me, dislike me like that. So it happens. The other person is like who is superior to us. Boss, isn't it? We get angry at boss, or boss gets angry at us. There is that relationship can be there. Then there are lovers also get angry because the expectation is not fulfilled. We get angry. I got a few things. Then servants, or if we're expecting someone to do something for us, maybe we paid for it. It happened with me recently. I thought, this person, I paid for it. They should be doing the right job. They're not doing the right job. I get very angry because we expect that to happen. So there are many scenarios, many reasons why we can become angry. So we know why we become angry. We know why or when we become angry. So do we agree with all these principles that actually, do we need to be angry? What do you think? Like, if given a chance, actually it's also like, anger is emotion. It's a short-lived emotion. There's a famous story also. I heard this story many years ago. So there was this teacher, spiritual teacher, and he is a disciple. And disciple's son is a teenager. Teenagers are always angry, aren't they? Are they? Maybe it feels like. So the father said to his spiritual master, look, my son is always angry. What should we do? He said, okay, bring him here. Let's talk about it. So the father brings the son and say, this is the son and he's always angry. Whatever I tell him, he's angry. What should we do? So sage gives him a simple instruction. He says, don't worry. Whenever you feel angry, do you have a fence in your back garden? Yes, we have a fence in the back garden. Says to the father, give him 50 nails. He says to the child, every time you get angry as a teenager, go and hammer this nail into the fence. It's okay. And come back after a month's time. The father is okay. He's given the instruction. The child goes at home. The next day he's angry. Removes the instruction. Okay, you get angry. Nail in the fence. Goes 1, 2, 3. Even before month ends, he's nailed it all. So the father takes the child to the teacher again. He says, all the nails are over. All the nails are in the fence now. He says, okay, now every time you're angry, take the nail out. That's interesting. He says, okay. So next day again goes back and he's angry again. But this time it's slowing down a little bit because now we have to go and pull the nail. Because it's a little bit opposite of what normally someone would do. Takes the nails out and okay, after some time the anger is pacified. Then he brings back father to the teacher. The teacher says, how do you feel now? The child says, I think I feel better now. I'm becoming less and less angry because what took me about 20 days to nail all of them in the fence, it's taken me more than 50 days. So there is improvement. Now he says, goes back and say, okay, now go back and see in the fence, what is the impact? You can see the impact is that there are holes in the fence. So the anger also means that we can break relationship and we create permanent holes, even if we try to control. So the anger is not good in no situation. At the same time, we see that there are some great devotees who become angry. Why do the devotees, or the Lord becomes angry? You can see the form of the Lord there. You know who that is? There, half lion, half man. Narasimha. Narasimha Bhagavan ki. Has everyone heard of Narasimha Bhagavan? Yeah? Anyone? A little bit story about why did he become angry? Yes, thank you so much. Prahlad was Nrsimha's devotee, Lord Nrsimha's devotee, but his father was Hiranyakashipu. Everyone has heard of that name. His father wanted to kill his own son. He was very angry at his son because his son was the devotee of Lord Vishnu. How is that possible? I am the greatest demon. How can you become devotee of my enemy? So Hiranyakashipu used to consider Krishna as his enemy. He was always angry. But Prahlad Maharaj was able to pacify the Lord. And the Lord becomes pacified by his devotees. The Lord can also become angry, and the devotee can also become angry for the reason that to protect. The Lord becomes angry to protect his devotees. And a devotee, any example of a devotee become angry? Hanumanji. What happened? Hanumanji took up the task of finding Mother Sita. So he took the task of finding Mother Sita, and he could have only done it. He was actually incarnation of Lord Shiva. Also Vayu Putra, Hanuman. He jumped, in one jump he went from Kanyakumari this side to the other side to Lanka. And he found Mother Sita. And there's a conversation goes on. Mother Sita is very happy now. Messengers has come. After he has found Mother Sita and this exchange happens, that's another story. But then Hanumanji decides that who is this Ravana? I have to know who this Ravana is. Because although he did a full cycle of Lanka, there were so many palaces everywhere. He was watching everyone. He had some doubt, maybe this is Ravana. But he wanted to make sure, he wanted to see who is this Ravana who can dare to kidnap Mother Sita, Goddess Lakshmi herself. So what he does is he destroys the beautiful garden that Ravana had, all the gardens. And when he's destroying the gardens, Hanumanji is in a monkey form. He can just go and start to destroy the plants one after another. He starts to just get rid of all this, sweet garden, flowers, everything. Then they get to know someone is doing that. They start to send their soldiers, come on, find who's this? Oh, there's a monkey, he's creating havoc. What's happening? Just capture him. The Ravan start to send his soldiers to capture Hanumanji. But Hanumanji cannot be captured by ordinary souls. He can't be captured by anyone. So still he goes, and one soldier comes, another comes, and he just starts to annihilate everyone. And Ravan even sends his sons. He's also killed, and he sends his great army generals. He's also gone, and he's also in difficulty. So finally, Hanumanji says, okay, now I can surrender and I can go to see who Ravan is. Then he's taken to the Ravan's court, and Hanumanji sits on his tail. He winds up his tail and sits like at the same height as Ravan. And then they ask, who are you? Why did you destroy our garden? Then Ravan is very angry, extremely angry. How dare this monkey? I have to deal with the monkey of all. It's ridiculous. But they say, who are you who've done all these things for us, in our garden, and killed my soldiers, killed my son, killed my army people? Hanumanji says, I'm just a little servant of Lord Ram. Just imagine, if I'm a little servant of Lord Ram, only a monkey, and there are many monkeys like me. When we all come, what will happen to you? Yeah? And Ravan is more angry. How dare he says that? He says, kill him. Then Vibhishan, he's the intelligent minister or brother of Ravan. He starts to convince, okay, he's a messenger. It is against the etiquette, dharma, to kill a messenger, so he should not kill. He gives many reasons why he should not kill. Finally, Ravan agrees. They say there's another way of killing a monkey or disturbing a monkey beyond his tolerance, is to put his tail on fire. Right? So he decides, okay, put his tail on fire. So all the soldiers of Ravan comes along and they start to cover the tail with the cloth, and they put some oil in it, and they lit the tail. The tail is on fire. Hanumanji, after seeing the arrogance of Ravan, even after explaining him so much, was very angry. Now this anger is different, because this anger is being used in the service of the Lord. Hanumanji is Vayuputra. Yeah, so it's also interesting that when his tail gets fired, is put on fire, normally fire is hot, right? Red. Anger, interestingly, is also compared to fire. You've seen the anger emoji. How the anger emoji is like, red face. One of the physical symptoms of anger is like our face become very red. And it's like fire. Anger is fire. You can burn. So now Hanumanji is angry. He says, I have to teach this Ravana a little bit of lesson. And also this, since he is Vayuputra, I was going to complete that. Fire becomes more and more stronger with the air. If there is no air, the fire cannot survive for long. Now Hanumanji being Vayuputra, he can control the air. His father is Vayu, so it does not hurt. For him it is just a good warmth. Yeah, that's what happens. Hanumanji then goes around and starts to burn the whole Lanka. This is the power of a devotee's anger. When devotee's Lord is being blasphemed. So there are many examples. Now there's anger. One story, again we come to Bhagavad Gita. What happens in Bhagavad Gita? In the first chapter, anyone Bhagavad Gita readers, Prabhu want to share what happens in the first Gita? It's called Arjuna Vishad Yoga. Vishad means Arjuna is lamenting. Now, battlefield means you have to be angry to fight the enemies. Right in the first chapter it starts, he looks at all his relatives and he's not angry. What happens to Arjuna? He becomes depressed. He says, I don't want all this kingdom. I don't want the victory. I don't want the kingdom. I don't want any of this happiness. What is the point of all this victory, all this kingdom, if with whom I want to enjoy this kingdom will not be there? What's the point of this? So I don't want to fight. He gives up his bow and arrow. He's depressed. But now Lord Krishna speaks Bhagavad Gita to then create that anger with the knowledge. This is the difference. When we are angry without knowledge, then what happens is we destroy ourselves and destroy the others also. When we are angry with knowledge, that means it's a response. It's not a reaction to a situation. We take our own time to respond. And we can respond strongly with anger also. So Krishna Bhagavan then speaks the whole Bhagavad Gita to get Arjuna to fight the battle. Now there is a story about Bhrigu Rishi. I hadn't even heard of Rishi Bhrigu. He's a great sage, son of Brahmaji himself. One time, all the sages assembly, they say, okay, of the three, Brahma, Vishnu and Mahesh, three lordships, who is the greatest? They says, how do you understand someone is great? I mean, then these are the sages agreeing that we can agree who is the greatest of these three if we know who gets angry the most. Even the sages are putting this, parameter, like understand who is the greatest, who can control the anger. So Bhrigu Rishi says, okay, let's see what happens. So Bhrigu Rishi first goes to Brahmaji, Lord Brahma. And Lord Brahma is Bhrigu's father. Now Lord Brahma is sitting in his place. Bhrigu Rishi enters, but he does not pay any respect to the father. Now Brahmaji sees, what kind of, rudeness is this? It is an etiquette nowadays, it's a different scenario. But in the Vedic Dharma, we have to show respect to our elders. What to speak of respect to our own father? When Brahmaji says he has not shown any respect, Brahmaji gets angry. What kind of person you are? You don't know how to give respect to your own father. You come in, walk in, no obeisances, no respects, nothing. You're just standing like here. That's not proper. Bhrigu Rishi says, Hare Krishna, carry on. Goes to Lord Shiva. And as soon as he reaches Kailash, see Lord Shiva, sitting in meditation. And he enters there, and Lord Shiva, he's in meditation, but he can see what's going on at the same time. He says, Bhrigu Rishi is coming. Now, Lord Shiva is also said to be born out of between the eyebrows. When Lord Brahma became angry at one stage, Lord Shiva appears. Rudra form. There are many aspects of Lord Shiva. So, Lord Shiva is also son of Brahma in that sense. And sees Bhrigu coming in. He says, wow, my brother is here. He jumps off his asana and he wants to embrace Bhrigu. He goes, walks and starts to embrace, and Bhrigu says, hey, stay away. Don't try to embrace me. Lord Shiva, what? Why not? He said, no, you are covered with all the ash. You go to this, all these funeral places, all the dead bodies, all this ash on your body. I don't want to be, messy. Just stay away. Now, this is a great offense. How can Bhrigu says this? Lord Shiva gets really angry. What is this? You are my brother. I'm trying to embrace you. This is how you talk to me? This is horrible offense. Lord Shiva is angry. Bhrigu says, Hare Krishna, thank you so much. Walks away. This time he goes to Lord Vishnu. How do we see Lord Vishnu is lying on the Shesha and Mother Lakshmi is massaging his feet. And Lord Vishnu is in his Yoga Nidra. He's lying there. Bhrigu Rishi comes closer without any discussion, without any talk, kicks Lord Vishnu in the chest. Now, can you imagine this? First time he kicks. He kicks again. Now, Lord Vishnu immediately gets up. He says, oh, I'm so sorry. He says, what? Bhrigu Rishi is now confused. This is Lord Vishnu telling me sorry. He says, I'm so sorry. My chest is like, iron. And you have soft feet, such soft feet. When you, kick my chest, you must have got hurt in your feet. Let me massage your feet. Bhrigu Rishi says, this is amazing. Lord Vishnu is the greatest. With that, because he has so much, he has compassion. Even in that situation, Krishna is always showing compassion. So Lord's anger is also always absolute. Even if he's angry, even if he's like killing in so-called, killing in the battlefields or killing Shishupal, every time he kills a demon, what happens to the demons? They get higher destination. So Lord's anger is absolute. Devotees angry at those who are blaspheming the Lord are wonderful, appreciated by the Lord. So the anger is bad and actually self-destroying. When it is for our own purpose, we get angry. Because of our thinking that I should be served. We all have this. We are all conditioned. We try to be the master. There is one great says that. Just imagine for a moment, I would like you to be I will also be quiet for maybe 5 seconds. Think that if we were going to be a servant of everyone, it is us, if we want to serve others with love, not when I say servant, not like, in that way. But we think that our position is to serve everyone in that relationship that everyone is Krishna's children. So everyone is our brothers and sisters. With that relationship, if we think that my job or my life is to serve others, if everyone thinks like that, will there be any conflict? There cannot be conflict. Is it difficult to think? How many of us think that it is difficult to think that I want to serve everyone? Do you think it's easy or difficult? Okay, raise one hand or the other. Is it easy? Easy? Yeah, some great souls here. How many of you think this is difficult? Some souls think it's not. So it is difficult. For some great souls it is, definitely. It's not saying that it's not. But how do we make it possible? How do we build that consciousness? And this is what Nectar of Instruction is about. Nectar of Instruction gives the whole process of starting from controlling all the urges, a sober person who can tolerate the urge to speak, the mind's demands, the actions of anger, the urges of tongue, belly. And then if we go on, as we continue to read, we will experience that there are more teachings which tell us exactly how this process can be followed. How this beautiful process of devotional service to Krishna can actually help us get rid of all these anarthas. There are 6 anarthas we call. What are the 6 anarthas? Anyone knows? Like 6 types of vices we say. Kama is the lust or the desire. Krodha, again anger. Lobha, greed. If someone says there is sufficient in this world for everyone's need, but not enough for one person's greed. Greed is so dangerous. And anger, how does anger come upon? Mostly like I was saying before, Sangha Sanjayate Kama, Kamat Krodho Vijaya. If we are trying to achieve something for our selfish purpose, not for service, we want to achieve something, get something, we want to enjoy. If that desire is, that's Kama. If that desire is fulfilled, what happens? The greed develops, right? Greed. I want to have more. I get more. One, I want to have more and more and more. And then if it does not get fulfilled, then what happens? We get angry. So this Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavan Krishna says that these are the 3 gateway, royal ways, royal road to the hell. Because in these 3 vices, we lose our mind completely. We forget what is right, what is wrong. So Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, attachment. We get so attached. Because I'm attached to a particular situation. It must happen like this. If it doesn't happen like that, then I'm very disappointed. So this is dangerous. Moha, Mad means pride. It's difficult. Ego is, we all have, it's difficult thing to ego. That's the whole thing. Like, it must happen this way. We experience this all the time in the world outside, in the corporate world, everywhere. This is my way or highway, they say, right? My way or highway. But it's dangerous, it's a vice. Matsar is envy. We can burn with envy, like this is amazing. If we understand just one thing, that all that's happening in this world is because it's being sanctioned by the Lord Himself. Aham sarvasya prabho matta sarvam pravartate iti mata bhajante mam buddha bhava samanvita. Everything is coming from the Lord. Lord is the supreme controller. By His created laws only everything is moving around. And also if you think that, there's another Ishopanishad verse which says that everyone is getting their quota. Quota of whatever material gains, benefits, fame, infame, whatever is that. They're getting because of their own quota, and which is owned by the Lord. Like I have some wealth, you have some wealth, everyone's getting some or the other. It's all controlled by the Lord, it's all given by the Lord. It's shared. Lord is sharing actually His opulence with us. Someone says that. Everything is in the world, it belongs to Lord because we did not create it. We did not create any gold if you got some gold. We did not create the land if you have some land or anything. Nothing we have created ourselves. So how can we claim ownership? But everything is created by the Lord. Lord says, from me only all the material and spiritual, everything is coming from me. And now if we get something, that's a sharing of opulence by the Lord. So we understand this concept that it is the Lord who owns it. Whoever gets, we talk about envy. If someone gets more, this Lord's will. He gets more. If I get less, that's also fine. We have no envy. A sage has no envy because he's saying it's the Lord giving to everyone. It's a gift to anyone. Other secret that Srimad Bhagavatam says, very beautiful verse, and spoken by Lord Brahma himself. He says one thing, very beautiful. Tatte nukampam. He says, by his mercy. Anu susibik shamano. Bhunjan evatma kritam vipakam. Hidvak vapurbhir vidadhan namaste. Jivetayo mukti padestadaya bhak. He says, Tat te anukampam sumikshamano. He says, one who is earnestly, eagerly awaiting the mercy of the Lord. And rit vak vapur bhir. He says, with heart, with body, with words. He's always glorifying the Lord, always thanking the Lord for whatever we are receiving. This is gratitude. I was saying, if we have gratitude for everything that we are receiving because it does not belong to us, we did not create it, we received it. We have a grateful heart for the Lord, for everyone, automatically we'll have peaceful. A devotee who is in this consciousness. And then he says, Kritam Vipaka means everything, even if there is unpleasant things coming in life, it's only because of my own karma. And a devotee thinks that actually I deserve more, but Lord has reduced that. He's so kind, has reduced that suffering to very little. If we develop that thinking, Bhagavatam, Brahmaji says that, then that person, that devotee has a rightful ownership to liberation. Liberation means, anyone? No more death. So coming back to the first point I was making, immortal, Amrita. This is Upadesha Amrita. We hear this instruction, beautiful instruction from Lord Sri Krishna, from his devotees. We can become Amrita. They are nectar, at the same time they can make us immortal. So no more. Punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam, punarapi jatari jayane. Punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam, punarapi janani jatare shayam. We don't want to go into the womb area. This is Shankaracharya speaking. Bhaj Govindam, Bhaj Govindam, Bhaj Govindam Mudamate. It's only one formula. Just chant the names of Govinda. Just chant, speak. Bhaja. Bhaja means to worship, to devotion, to sing, chant his name. Hare Nam, Hare Nam, Hare Nam eva kevalam. Kalava nasti eva gatir anyatha. The times are gone where there were yogis, they could perform yoga, pranayam, meditation for hours, days, months, years, many years, decades, people are sitting like that, the yogis. Those days are gone. Now this is the time, very simple formula, chanting the holy name of the Lord. Simple. And Lord has given us himself. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu comes and gives us very simple mantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. How many words? 3. Hare, Krishna and Ram. But beautiful combination, made into 16. Beautiful. We chant, and actually it is a challenge Prabhupada made, and I tried myself. He says, there is special about this mantra. There's something really special. If you chant more and more, you want to chant more and more. But someone may say, okay, well, I can chant anything. Maybe it's just some, it's like a trick. Why can't I chant? Prabhupada says, okay, chant Coca-Cola, 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 and see how you feel. Many people tried. I have to be honest, I also tried. It didn't work. It was very soon I was feeling disgusted, to be honest. But this mantra is so beautiful. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. It connects hearts. Because chanting Lord's name is so powerful. In this time, Kali Yuga, easiest way of doing it. The second point I was going to make, for which there's only 5 minutes. So we talked about anger, how to control anger, simple formula. Understand we are the children of God. God has created everything. He's given us, His share. He's sharing His opulence. And whatever comes in our life is just our own reaction of our karma. And we just here to serve. And we are in the mood of serving everyone, no problem at all. So we can control anger like this. It's a practice, but mantra is very powerful. Meditation, as I said, even the doctors have agreed that what anger does, destroys your brain cells, can be recovered by meditation. Meditation, the best meditation, easiest meditation today is chanting of Hare Krishna. The second aspect, we will be having Aarti in 3 minutes. Very simple. Again, the second aspect, Jiva Vegam. Second is that urges of the tongue. We want to taste different food. So Srila Prabhupada says, there is no need to go out, eat in a restaurant, because when someone cooks, their consciousness goes in the food. The consciousness, because it is food is very, is keeping us alive. Annad bhavanti bhutani. Krishna says Bhagavad Gita. With only because of food we are surviving. But the food cannot be any food. The food, when offered to the Lord, when we cook with our heart, with love, offer to the Lord and take as prasad, honor that prasad. That prasad is the treatment, is a medicine for all problems. Because once we get good prasad, our heart is satisfied because we have satisfied the Lord. If we satisfy the senses of the Lord, we all become satisfied. There's a famous story in Mahabharata. We don't have time. But Durvasa, very angry sage. He went to Pandavas, stand by Duryodhana. When Pandavas had eaten their meal, there is no food left. Durvasa says, I have 10,000 disciples, you have to feed me. Okay, he says, okay, please go take your bath and come back. We'll feed you. He goes there. Now Draupadi is concerned. Devotee is now remembering the Lord. She calls, Lord, you can only protect us because he will come and curse us all. What will happen then? Lord appears instantly. He says, okay, there must be some food, offer me. He says, there is no food. But there is some. Bring that plate, the Akshaya Patra. There is one grain left there. And that grain is fed to Lord Krishna. He says, I will eat this. Krishna eats it. He is satisfied. The moment he is satisfied, all this Durvasa and his 10,000 disciples, they're all satisfied. They feel full. Oh, we're not going to be able to eat anything. And Krishna says, go, Bhima, bring them. And Bhima goes, and then he says, Durvasa sees Bhima is coming to bring them. So Bhima, nobody wants to again, have trouble with Bhima. He says, Bhima is coming to get us. I can't eat. Anyone can eat? He says, no, we can't. We feel very full. Run away from me. So they all run away. This is how Lord protects his devotees. Because devotee has satisfied the Lord. Cook at home, offer the prasad, offer the bhoga to the Lord, take the prasad. If we don't have deities at home, you can contact us at reception. We can come and you can have deities. We can come and install deities at home. You follow the rules, simple rules, and become satisfied. And we get rid of 2 big problems. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much.
जय श्री श्री राधा गोकुलानंद की श्री श्री सीताराम लक्ष्मण हनुमान की श्री श्री गौर निताय की. So please do come forward, stand up and come forward for the Aarti ceremony. And in that way, those who are coming in later, there is plenty of space for them to join us. As the Aarti ceremony is being performed, we're going to be singing this song, the Gaur Aarti song, one line at a time. And if you can repeat after the lead singer, then we'll go on to chanting the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. So please do enthusiastically join in with the singing, and also you can dance along with the devotees as well. Jaya Jaya Gaurachande Arati Kasoba. Jaya Jaya Gaurachande Arati Kasoba. जगमनलो भानवी जना